Good evening, good morning I should say. It's rapidly approaching 1:30 a.m. this Wednesday morning, Wednesday the 16th of September, and I don't know why I'm doing this. Well, I'm doing it because it's my day off, or it's one of my days off, but I'm also doing it because this might be quite a good match. We've got two guys from the States matched up. We have MarkShark against Interchangex, and it's a one-loss side match in the 10-ball Masters Championship. Race to 10, lag for break, winner breaks, all banks and combos must be called, no jump cues, 1 minute shot clock and a 1 minute extension, and I think that about covers it. And the room, well, should be going up in about a minute's time, and well, here's hoping it doesn't take long because I'm desperate to go to bed. I wonder if we can stay the pace. So I think with those links going up, that's round about the half hour, so the room shouldn't be too long. Both players are in practicing, which is a good sign, so hopefully they'll find their feet quickly and we'll get some decent 10 ball. I've got the remains of a cup of coffee here I'm going to finish. We should be streaming live to YouTube, Twitch and Facebook. I think most people this side of the pond will be in bed. I'll be the only fool that's up at this time in the morning. But well, you can watch it in a rerun. If you can't stay up, you can always watch it on YouTube. It'll be archived on there. The room is up. We'll go in. Cloth colours right colour. Check my little doodle. Right, and we're good to go. We're just waiting on MarkShark coming in. Now he will get the usual warning sound to let him know the room is up. He's got 10 minutes to get in, or he will forfeit. Right, here we go, the lag, and again, no idea who's who, but well, this could be close, this could be very close, but it's MarkShark that wins the lag, so he will break off. Fairly straight, say that again, straight looking rack. And the break is dry. And of course we've got problems already with the lay of these balls. 4 ball pretty much tied up with the 10 and the 7. 5 and 6 look a bit awkward. Well, good opportunity for a safety. I mean, there is a pot, but the likelihood of a run out is fairly slim. 2 ball can be potted. 3 balls, the first problem is gone inside, but I think he's going to run too far. I think that 4 ball is blocking the path, so just a kick and should leave it fairly safe. Well, he could get the edge of it. Well, the interesting thing is, if he could play that shot, why didn't he call the pot in the 3 just in case? Well, no option here but the safety. Now, can he glance that 4 and just skim past the 7? Well, did he get to a rail? No, he didn't. Well, that's a major mistake straight away, and it's going to be a 4-10 combo, so that's a bit of a disastrous attempt at a safety there by Interchangex, and it may well cost him the rack. 4-10 for the first rack, and that gets MarkShark on the board. Well, that is something that Interchangex will hopefully, for his sake, resolve fairly quickly. Well, we've lost the 3 ball. I don't know whether he can see any of that 1 ball. Yes, he can. In fact, he can actually pot it into that corner pocket, and he'll go to the rail. He won't scratch off it. Good evening. Welcome to anybody that's watching, whether it be Twitch, Facebook or YouTube. Very unlikely though. Anybody this side of the Atlantic will be long gone, and that's another failure this time to get to a rail, and it's MarkShark that's at fault. So this is exactly what Interchangex wants. He wants to be able to rectify his error in the first rack, not getting to a rail, but he's going to have to run these out. Good morning. Well, I thought I'd be here all on my own. Well, Mark's saying hello in the chat. I'm not going to say hello back, I'm just going to let them go on with it. I'll say hello in the stream. Now, is the angle good enough just to run straight through in this 5? No, it's not, because well, he could collide with something here. He might skim past. Well, he's trying to take evasive action to make sure of that, and he's just gone a wee bit too far for comfort here. Well, what was that, about an hour or so, an hour or more ago, Moz asked me if I wanted a match, and we played 10 ball, and I won the lag. We played a race to 7. I won the lag, broke off, scratched. Moz ran the table. Second rack, Moz broke off, potted a ball, run the table, 2-0. Then I pinched the third rack back to 2-1, and I can't remember what happened in the fourth rack, but I won it. I think I potted the last 4 balls, won that, so we were back all square. And every break that I had in that race to 7, not one single ball went in on the break, and eventually I was leading 6-4. Played a couple of good safeties, by the way, and to cut a long story short, again I lost 7-6. I think I failed in a safety in the last rack, and all the balls were open, and Moz ran out. I should have been in this bloody tournament. He should have whopped my arse. Right, so we're all square into rack number 3, and again it's dry. And when Moz was breaking, he was getting balls no problem. I just could not get a ball, and I was shifting all over the place trying to get something, but nothing would go in. Not one single ball, and that makes a hell of a difference. Well, if there is, I haven't perfected it, I will tell you that one. Well, thank God Semi-Pro isn't here. It's just Stub talking to himself now. Well, I've tried raising the butt. I've tried just breaking from the centre, breaking from the left diamond, right diamond. And I think, I mean, I do, it sounds stupid, but I do get better breaks depending on if I use my, if I use my old Logitech G5. I don't know what it is, but I do get better breaks with it. It seems to register the power better. I don't know what it is, but maybe that's just a mental thing. But if you look at, if you get a chance and haven't seen it, but look at that match with Acero and Larry, and watch the amount of breaks that Acero got. I think he had one dry break, but I'm pretty certain pretty much everything else he was breaking and running. And if Larry broke dry, he was running the table. So he certainly perfected a technique the other night. You can just never guarantee anything in this game at all. So MarkShark has a chance. Now can he? I don't think he can drop down onto this 5. Yeah, too much of an angle. But then again, I would have hit it a lot harder to get up and down the table. Well, this is taking the bedhead shot to the extreme. I mean, that did everything but drop. But he's got cover. He wouldn't have had a shot in the 6. He was hooked in it, pretty much. Or was he? Let's have a quick look. Yeah, I think he couldn't see enough of that. Now, is there a line? Yeah, there is, but it's going to be close to that 8 ball. Oh, he's played it well, and that's unlucky. In fact, he played it too well. Getting right on the line. And so, MarkShark with ball in hand again. Now this is going to have to be, well, he's playing this pretty straight. I mean, is he just going for the draw? He's got to go over for the 7 ball. I mean, he should probably, I don't know whether he should bring the ball past the 9. Well, he had good room to get there, and he's failed. And now he's going to have to judge the English, the spin, just to drop onto the 7. So the call on the 10 ball. This is tough to keep to the rail. That middle pocket might interfere as well. It's well played. Gave it enough pace to get to the pocket, and it's now 2-1. I'm just surprised MarkShark didn't give himself a better angle that might have given him better control to get onto that ball in the rail. Oh, Interchangex has been called away. Now, how do you get onto that bloody thing? Hang on a minute. What was I wanting to do? That, yeah, the bloody thing's missing again. Or is it? Yeah, I'm looking for that, the 10 ball link, but it's missing again. I don't know what happens, but Steve puts it back in and then it disappears. I don't know whether it's a restarting the servers or whatever, but it's gone from the banners. See this this type of shot here to just try and keep yourself at the table. Well, that's the wiser choice, but he's not got the cover. There's many a player would have went for the cut in that. Stubb would have went for it. Well, there's still a good chance of a safety. Enough balls there to cover, but he's not got there either, Interchangex, so has this got a potting angle? It's a bit tight. Played it at the pace to leave the 3 in the open, so 3 ball roll through or stun across for the 4. But the danger with these stun shots, we know what happens, so he's just rolling, but he's not going to get there, and he's not got the 3. So MarkShark's a bit tentative here. Got to be positive, at least get the 3 ball to the hole. The problem is the 5, especially with the cue ball stuck up in that corner. How straight is he on this? Well, he's got an angle, but the thing is, if he goes forward, can he get out and avoid hitting that 7 ball? Yeah, that's just asking too much on a shot like that. They're not easy. Especially if you start adding a bit of spin on that cue ball, it makes the miss look a lot worse than what it actually would be. So MarkShark again at the table, and I think he needs a bit of luck here. That is Not picking the line so far. He's going to have to, well, he did a bit of warming up, but he's certainly going to have to warm up a bit. Now, reverse bank onto the 10, call the 10, what about that? Because the cue ball's running up the table. Well, billiard onto the 8 is a possibility. There might be enough room. Oh yeah, I'd be having a go at that. I like the look of that. Right, good night. Can watch the rest of this tomorrow at some point. Well, he's called the 8, but it looks a pretty good billiard. Well, he didn't. Again, you need to hit that to give it a chance. It's got to be firm so the 8 ball hold the line. So 2 or 3 little sort of tentative shots, but maybe another day they would go in, but so far they haven't. So this is the chance that MarkShark cannot throw away with ball in hand. Now he looks as if he's looking around for problems here. There's no problems there at all. He just needs to get back across the table for the 5 into this bottom right. And with that 6 ball, he's going to go up the table. He should have had an angle like this on the 6 would have been better to make it easier to go up and come down. Well, he's managed to hold the line and draw it. I thought he would have had to run there, but he's held the line. Now this is who are you talking to? Who are you addressing, legit Matthew? And don't forget, all of this chat is being logged on the video. And try unmuting the actual stream. There's a little symbol down by the volume control on the stream. Just give me a second. Sorry about that, guys. But I just had to take care of Legit Matthew. He's unmuted it, but he certainly ain't going to be typing much more in the chat. Not when he comes in with that type of way of addressing people. Sorry about the interruption. Apologies for that. But the streamer can moderate who's speaking and who isn't speaking. Right, so where are we? I've missed that. Legit Matthew, he's distracted me. We've got Interchangex now with a gap. He's got the 3-1 lead. And well, MarkShark's trying to squeeze the 4 and hold for the 5. He's almost done it. Now can he just stun past the 10? Found a gap again. Now let's look at this 8 ball. The 8 ball goes, but he's got to get down on it. Well, you've got to put the right English on it to get there. He should have had some right hand side on it, or right spin to get out to the right to play this 8 ball. This is nowhere you want to be cutting this 8 ball, and it's highly likely he can chip it into the 9 here. There's not much room to work. Well, he's played it well, making it hard for himself though, but he's got to see this through. Now, well, straight through with a wee tiny featherer inside, just to make sure you straighten up and go near towards the rail. That'll do. So back within 1. Now, who's still there that's watching on Twitch? Anybody? Do me a wee favour, Ross. Have a look at the list of chatters. You'll see the little symbol or you should see the symbol on the right hand side on Twitch, where if you can't see the chatters, you click it and it'll bring up the list. Tell me if Legit Matthew's still there, please. MarkShark's got himself in a bit of a hole here. That's unlucky. A good effort. Now, with ball in hand, Interchangex can certainly break out that 9 and 7, and hopefully for his sake hold for the 6. Well, let's just say he nudged the 9, but he's not really done much. Right, okay, I'll have a quick look in a sec at the end of this rack. Yeah. So once this rack's finished, I'll have a little, I'll just alt tab and have a quick look. Now that is a good safety. It's good because the pace was good and he's nailed it right in behind the 10, and MarkShark is in a lot of bother here, but there is a good angle to get to the 7. He's probably going to have to go this bottom rail, call the 7 into the top left. Now this is a thing, MarkShark plays a lot of 9 ball, and he's got to get in the habit of calling a pocket when he's kicking, just in case. Although I don't think there'll be any problem with him miscalling a shot, but it just saves you the bother. You call the pocket and you get it, you've won a watch. Now that 8 ball looks extremely tight past the 10, and the 8 ball does go, it's easily cheated into the corner, but you'd have to be playing where the cue ball is right now to get that 10, and we'll see if he can get across or whether he decides to try the billiard. Well, he's trying to get there, but that angle makes it a lot tougher. I see that Interchangex has pointed out the error of MarkShark's ways. It's the right thing to do, keep him right. MarkShark's let the cue ball run away again, and that's what's letting him down the pace. Now he can pot it obviously. As long as he misses a 10, which he has done, he'll be okay, and he's back all square, or at least he should be. And I'll be back in about 30 seconds. Just going to have a quick double check. Oh dear, Mark, that is poor. That is unforgivable, and that's definitely a gift and a half. Back in a sec. Right, well, legit Matthew has left the building, not been able to type. He's decided he's had enough, but nobody's going to come onto my channel and address me or anybody else in that sort of manner, and then in the end he's the one that's the numpty. So it's 4-2 to Interchangex, and hopefully we'll have no more interruptions. No need for me to go and double check Twitch. Well, I don't know what he tried there, but he's certainly not going to be potting a 3 from there, because he can only go straight through full in the face, and if he tried to cut that, it's a 100% scratch. Well, dare I say it, it's another chance for MarkShark to find his weight, but that miss in the 10 ball was really poor. You cannot be missing shots like that if you're going to stay with Interchangex, but you've gifted him a 2-rack lead. It's up to yourself to remedy the situation. Well, he's certainly got the angle. It's all about the weight. Get that pace right. He could be back in the game here, but once again struggling to find that potting line. Well, here we go. Another gift of a chance has been given to MarkShark. How well is he going to get from this 9 to the 10? He's still got to go on the 9 first of all. Yeah. Well, I don't know. Has MarkShark maybe had a few beers? Because he ain't doing the right things here so far. And he's been given chances and he's blowing them. And he's been given another one. It's going to have to be the deep draw, because I think the 9's too far in the pocket to chip it in and use the angle to cut it or cut across it off the rail. And where's this going to finish? Well, the answer to that is absolutely nowhere. And it's amazing how difficult you can make a game or make a rack when you just cannot find a line to get position. Well, the danger signs have been there right from the start, and if Interchangex can cut out the errors he's made, he could be well away in front. But it's going to be a 3-rack lead now, and already once again the alarm bells should be ringing for MarkShark. Well, it's a thin cut, but it's all about the weight of shot, and he really only wanted to hit that enough to get the cue ball down to somewhere in the middle of the table, but he's now got no easy shot. I don't know whether that 2 actually goes. No, it's too tight. So he's tried a combo, and I think he's left it reasonably safe. Now, what about the 2-5? as a combo. That's a cut. That'll be a missed call. And he'll be put back in, I would think. Exactly that. On a missed call, the incoming player has a choice of playing from where the balls are lying or putting the opponent back in, so that, I don't even think that's going to get there. Well, it is worrying to see MarkShark struggling like he is. Now this requires a delicate little shot, just to brush over to the 10, leave the 6 into the middle pocket. Or is he coming out to get it into the corner? Yep, it squeezes past the 9. Oh, he's not gone far enough. He's going to have to work the cue ball with inside. Well, the 9 definitely goes past the 10, so anywhere up the left hand side of the table or in the middle like that will do. And it's going to be 6-2, and remember this is only a race to 10, so unless there's a sudden turnaround, it's already looking pretty bleak for MarkShark's chances of staying in this tournament. But he's made far too many errors. Interchangex gets, I think, the 7 in the break, but he's left the possible bank on the 1. The 2 is out of commission, nestling very close to that 3 and 9, so there's not a lot to be gained other than probably a good safety if he can get on the 2, but not risking the bank. And straight away he's found a way to scratch. So what's MarkShark going to do this time? He's going to have to do something with the cue ball to try and promote these 3 balls here, and he can do that off the side rail. Well, again, that's just such a big target to hit those 3 balls. And don't forget, he had ball in hand to give him the angle, send the cue ball straight to the rail, probably check it with a bit of left hand side, and he's bound to hit them. So it's another ball in hand for Interchangex. He's just looking at the lay of the land, thinking about how he's going to take these out. Now ideally he would want to take these out by potting that 3 and not interfering with the 8 ball. Now the question is whether he can do that. Let's have a look. Oh yeah, well, he should be fine. Now the interesting thing as well is that MarkShark, not MarkShark, that fella legit Matthew was watching the stream. Now clearly he must have had some sort of interest to watch the match. The fact that he's been banned from the chat on Twitch isn't any way to prevent him to actually come into the room and watch it, so clearly he didn't have that much interest in it. So good position required. They can draw straight down the table on the right hand side here. Little spin helping it on its way. So this for 7-2. Oh, I thought that was, my eyes are going at this time of the morning. I thought that was going to the rail there. And Interchangex, another ball in the break. The 9 is gone, and I think the 1 has just gone far enough past that pocket to give him the room to cut it and still stay in the table, which he managed to do, but unfortunately he's got no real shot in the 2, has he? Nope. Well, at least he got the hit, and he's pretty much got it safe. Now MarkShark's going to call the 4. As will Interchangex when he plays his shot. 2 onto the 4. Just play it gentle, that way the 2 ball doesn't escape. And 3 ball drops into the right middle, 4 into the top right, back across for the 5. This should be out. No reason why. Everything's there. Plenty of room to manoeuvre the cue ball. What did he say there? Yeah, he is playing too nervous. Making it too easy for Interchangex. That's one thing you don't want to be doing. You don't want to be assisting your opponent by failing on basic pots, especially that 10 ball. That was unforgivable. Oh, it's really late. What time is it now? Well, we've been going for 45 minutes or so. Well, what's happened here? Is he gone past the 10? Just. Little soft draw. Take the 10 into the left middle. Well, the stun, or whatever you're comfortable with. I mean, some folk play in these tournaments, and for them, I think they're more worried about how many people are watching. You know, there's only the 2 players, myself and somebody else in the room, which is Wanwa or Fan, whichever he's calling himself this week. But if you start worrying about who's watching you, your mind's not on your work, and you're more likely to cause problems. Well, put it this way, nobody comes on to a stream, especially a stream where, okay, I don't have a lot of people watching, but this stream will be seen by people in days and weeks and months to come. People will watch, and you're only giving a bad name for yourself by doing that. And the other interesting thing is that all the guys that are regular watchers, most of them are in bed, I have to say, in this part of the world, but none of them have ever come on and said something like that on a live chat in a stream. You know, it's just not the thing to do. The other thing as well is you've got a VP4 moderator watching as well on the stream, or at least he was. It's just giving a bad name for yourself. Well, you've apologised, so it's over and done with. But I don't think you're going to be here long, because I think this match is going to be over pretty shortly. I don't think there's much left in this. These balls are all there, and Interchangex should be within one, barring any sort of disaster. Well, commentators curse again. Where's the cue ball going? Oh dear, I thought he was gone. MarkShark hanging on for grim death here, and I think he's blocked himself out in the 6. Well, if you want to find out what happened was, just you can watch the early part of the match when Legit Matthew arrived in the chat. I had to take evasive action on him for foul language directed at me, but the funniest thing about it was that he knows himself that he was the one that ended up being an numpty, because he didn't check to see that the video was automatically muted at the bottom left hand corner of the screen. Well, you know, I swear as much as anybody else, but I'm trying to do a stream, and I'm trying to keep it fairly civil. What can be termed as abusive language by one person could be seen as thinking to be funny by another person. But anyway, it's over and done with. But like I say, if I get anybody who does come in and doesn't behave in a proper manner, then they'll be dealt with. It's all over though, as this match probably will be. It's 9-2 to Interchangex. The break is dry though, and the 6 and 10 are locked up. One was seen enough, he's gone to bed. He's in Italy, so he's like an hour in front of me, so it's like 3:30 in the morning his time. Or at least he's got an Italian flag. That doesn't mean to say he stays in Italy, but I'm assuming he does. See, that's just Stubb being Stubb, but even Stubb has never come out with proper abusive language. He gets away with it. I think the other thing was, I think it was the first time I'd seen legit Matthew in the chat. Well, Stubbs got an excuse. He's an idiot. That's Stubbs' excuse. And well, MarkShark hasn't turned up for this one either, Moz. He's not been at the races at all. And I was expecting a good match, but well, MarkShark was typing in the chat earlier on there that he was playing too nervous, and he certainly has been, because he got no touch whatsoever and really struggling. Interchangex trying to find a way to get to this 5 ball, and it might well be MarkShark's last chance if he doesn't either hit this or hit it and get it safe. And he was close, but no cigar, as they say. So here we go. MarkShark once again with ball in hand. Missed a horribly easy 10 ball earlier in the match, and has frittered racks away by not being able to run the table and playing far too loose in positional play. And the end result's always going to be a bit of a disaster when you're in that sort of state. So out into the table, easy to drop onto the 9, and where the 10 ball is, you should be pretty much staring down the line on this 10 ball when he comes to play it. Oh well, that's it, folks. There's no charity in this game. Well, Interchangex is going to end matters, and I'll get to bed. We'll have a quick look at the bracket. I don't think it's going to do any major changes to the bracket on the one loss side, but I don't know whether there's anybody waiting to play any of these two players, but it's certainly going to be Interchangex, and it's been an all too easy win for Interchangex. Right, let's have a quick look. There's that thing. Get that to work. Right, so now where was that one? Well, Keith, of course, winning earlier on against Brainflout. I didn't know he was set to play Cobra. That's going to be a big match between those two. And the bad news for them is that Larry's lying in wait, because the winner of that match will move through to play Larry. So it's really getting into the nitty gritty in the one loss side. You'll get Snake Eyes playing Wanwa or Fan Fan, and the bad news for those two is that the winner of them plays Bedhead. So some interesting ties to come on the one loss side. Senny sitting there, Interchangex is through, but he's waiting on the winner of the match between Fuldrish, is it, and Linus. And well, they actually play later on tonight, believe it or not, 7 PM my time. And further down, I think that's about it. Nope, there's another one. That's the one that's on tomorrow as well at 8:30. Niederrad against Jose, and I'll be there for that one as well. And I think that is about it, although we've got the matches to come in the winner's side in a day or two's time. So with that, folks, I'm going to bid you good morning, and I'm going to head to bed. So thanks for your company, guys. Legit, Matthew, if you're still there, forget about it, it's all over. You're welcome back anytime. I'll say this: stay safe, take care, keep your distance, and good night, and I'll see you again soon, guys. Good night.